0, 1.
Let's get started.
Why they stopping me?
Bye, crypto bro.
What's going on, crypto world? It's that guy again, Ball Deep Crypto, coming at you with a little blend, Aquarius, Stellar, XLM. You already know I'm on the Kool-Aid. Can't stop, won't stop. Anyways, that's enough of that yip yap. This is not financial advice. Let's just clarify that right now. Ball Deep Crypto is not a financial advisor. He's just talking about things that he's interested in, things he's investing in. You're an adult. Do what you want to do with your money. It's yours, not mine. Now let's get into it. As you can see here, we're on DeFi Llama, looking into Blend. Shout out to, you know who you are, put me onto this. So I want to do a little bit about it. Basically, it's a settlement token for the DeFi, TVL, for Soraban, Stellar, blockchain. Kind of similar to what Aquarius, Aqua is doing, which I've been talking about in a couple other videos. You know, very few people have seen them. Shout out to you if you have. So looking at their total value in tokens here, obviously, you've got token breakdowns. Obviously, XLM is 92%. Then you've got USDC 6, EURC just 0.82, and Aquarius is 0.02. So very, 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 very early in this process, people. If you're here with me, you're early. Congratulations. Shout out to you. Do you see what I see? Do you see what... That was a terrible take, but you know I got to throw down a little flow every now and then for you people. Let you know how Ball Deep gets down. So looking at total values, balances, raw quantities, everything else here. You know, not really much going on here, as you can see down here, but it is what it is. That right there is Blend. We're going to get into Aquarius here. Obviously, they've got 30.31 million locked. Look at the steady growth from July over here, from 23 to a peak of 31.57. So obviously, Aquarius is the one that I like, the one I'm looking for. Fees and revenue, you know, DEX volume, bada boom, bada bang. Now, let's see how Blend and Aquarius work with each other, work for Soraban and Stellar, or are they competition for each other and going to take from each other value-wise? Let's do a deep dive. All right, let's talk about Blend. Now, Blend is a decentralized lending protocol built natively on the Stellar blockchain, launched in 2023 by Script3. It acts as a liquidity protocol primitive, allowing users, DAOs, institutions, or even everyday entities to create customizable, immutable lending pools tailored to specific needs like borrowing against assets for leverage, short selling on the Stellar DEX, are funding real-world use cases such as SME loans in Africa via integrations like ClickPesa, which we talked about, in the Muru wallet. We just talked about ClickPesa when we were talking about AFR and their potential. Shout out to AFR. Afreem, this makes it a foundational tool for DeFi on Stellar, emphasizing efficiency and low fees due to Stellar's architecture. As of recent data, Blend has a BLND, as their code, has a market cap of around 1.81 million with a circulating supply of 35 million tokens. Now, Aquarius, Aqua, launched in 2021, is Stellar's primary DeFi hub and liquidity management layer on top of the native Stellar DEX and AMMs. It incentivizes market making by letting users provide liquidity to pools, stable or volatile, earn Aqua rewards, participate in government's voting, and execute multi-hop swaps. It's designed to bootstrap deeper liquidity across the Stellar asset pairs with features like yield optimization and reward distribution. Aqua's market cap isn't directly stated in sources, but trades at 0.00091 per token with strong volumes, 150K to 225K daily, and a focus on passive earning for liquidity providers. Again, Sorbonne just got Protocol 23 update not even a month ago. We've got Protocol 24 coming out with ZK, zero knowledge, so institutions can come in and do trades and have their information be private, but still have it be running on a institutionally graded and secure network like Stellar is. Now let's go a little bit deeper into this. Now I asked, how do they compete? Are they fighting over the same TVL pool? This is important to us, right? It says yes. Blend and Aquarius are competitors in the broader sense. They're both vying for the limited liquidity and user attention in Stellar's still nascent DeFi ecosystem, which totals 144 million in TVL across all protocols. They indirectly fight over the same TVL pool because, so now this is important, obviously you'd like it to be all in one or one taking it all, but with them fighting over it, it potentially and indirectly makes it so, obviously, they're not as, if it was only one, they'd have all 144 million. So now they have a shared ecosystem constraints. Stellar's DeFi is small compared to Ethereum, trash, or Solana, nah. So capital inflows from XLM holders, USD anchors, or RWAs like Franklin Templeton's funds get allocated between primitives. Users might choose to lock funds in Blend's lending pools for yields, borrowing, lending XLM or stablecoins, or Aquarius's DEX pools for trading rewards. There we go. Now overlap in use cases. Now both enable leverages and yield. Blend via direct lending and borrowing, Aquarius via liquidity provision that indirectly supports leveraged trades on Stellar's DEX. Now for instance, Aquarius has flipped Stellar's native AMM and TVL dominance, pulling 31 million, while Blend leads specific TVL at 36 million. This creates a zero-sum dynamic for attracting deposits, especially on Stellar's TVL surged 400% plus in late 2024 amid XLM price dumps. Now, direct metrics battle. Aquarius boasts the higher DEX volume, 70 million in 30 days, 12 million in the last 7, making it the go-to for straps and liquidity bootstrapping. Now, Blend, however, dominates lending volume, 16 million plus, originated since launch in some contexts, though Stellar specific is 12.8 million peak. Now, no sources describe outright hostility, but as a top protocol per Flipside and Stellar Org mentions, they compete for integrations, wallets like Miru are hot supporting Aquarius swaps. They're not exact rivals like two DEXs would be. Blend is lending focus like AV and Morpho, and Aquarius is DEX liquidity focus like Uniswap and it's with incentives. But in Stellar's compact space, they overlap in pulling TVL from the same user base, retail institutions via anchors. Stellar Org frequently spotlights both in events and awards, singling their complementary pillars rather than enemies. So, again, Stellar views them as both necessary tools in their arsenal for DeFi, TVL, and Sorbonne and their RWA tokenization move. Going after Ethereum, trash, and that ass. They're going to get you, Ethereum. It's coming for you, bruh. All right, who will be bigger and more valuable? Now, Grok says, I predict Aquarius. Aqua will end up bigger and more valuable long-term, potentially 2 to 5x Blend's market cap within 1 to 2 years. Now, here's why. Obviously, this is why we're here, people, not financial advice, as we talked about. Foundational role. Now, the DEX liquidity layers at Aquarius are the entry point for DeFi ecosystems. Everything, lending, perps, RWAs, builds on deep liquidity. Aquarius already commands 22% of Stellar's total TVL and has hit milestones like 30 million TVL, outpacing native AMMs. Blend's lending is powerful, but derivative. It relies on underlying DEX liquidity, often Aquarius-powered, for efficient borrowing. Now, for adoption momentum, Aquarius has broader integrations, hot wallet for seamless swaps, governance for community buy-in, and higher volume activity, which compounds via rewards. It's been battle tested since 2021 with cumulative volumes at 101 million plus. Blend is newer and growing fast with 300% TVL surge in a month, but lending protocols often cap out without explosive trading demand. Now, Stellar's narrative fit. Stellar prioritizes payments and cross-border via anchors like MoneyGram, where DEX efficiency shines for asset swaps. Aquarius aligns better with this. Plus, RWAs, tokenized funds, will likely route through it first, which we believe that, the DTCC and everything else they're doing, Wisdom Tree, Franklin Templeton, tokenized assets, we believe this is going to be a huge market. Real estate. Blend's edge in institutional lending, Africa, SME funds, but we also believe in Africa and its potential, obviously AFR, as we've talked about, a frame is niche but scalable, yet it trails in user metrics. So again, I believe they both have a place. I believe they both are going to play a big role. Now, Blend's lower cap of 1.8 million offers upside if lending booms, but Aqua's established rewards voting drive stickier TVL. If Stellar TVL hits 500 million plus, plausible with Sorabon smart contracts, Aquarius captures more as the hub. That said, both could coexist and grow Stellar's pie, but don't bet against either in a bull run. I agree with you. I absolutely agree. So shout out to You Know Who You Were for putting me on to Blend. I appreciate that. I wanted to see what and how it was different from Aquarius and what they both do. So I'm glad that I was able to kind of like dive into a little bit. For anybody else that was wondering, what's for you, what's not, hopefully this video kind of guides you towards that and giving you the information that you needed. So having said that, again, I know your time is money. I appreciate you being here and spending that money with me. That time is precious. You can never get it back. Hope each and every one of you have a great day. And like I always say, chase a check. Never chase a bit.
Bye, Crypto Bro.